Most people think domestic abuse looks like physical violence and bruises, but some of the most damaging forms of abuse leave no marks at all. So, today I'm going to talk a little bit about what's called coercive control. Coercive control is a deliberate pattern of behavior designed to strip away a woman's freedom, her identity, her sense of reality. It makes her feel like she's going crazy. One controlling behavior by itself doesn't necessarily constitute coercive control, but we are looking for patterns that are repeating and controlling. The victim changes their behavior out of fear, intimidation, or the fear of consequences. So the example I'm using today happens when she's sleeping or when she's trying to. Think about the last time you were truly bone deep exhausted, when your brain felt like static, when you cried at things that wouldn't normally make you cry, when you couldn't make a simple decision without second guessing yourself. Now imagine someone engineering that feeling on purpose every single night. That is what sleep deprivation as coercive control looks like. And it does not look the way most people imagine. It could look like this. She finally closes her eyes at midnight and he starts an argument. Not because something happened, not because she did anything wrong, but because she is most vulnerable right now. She's groggy, she's disoriented, she's desperate for peace, and he knows it. The baby wakes up at 2 a.m. She gets up. She always gets up. Because the one time she asked him to go help with the baby, the punishment wasn't worth the risk. So now she doesn't ask. She just gets up. Every time, alone. She tries to steal a nap on a Saturday afternoon. 20 minutes, just 20 minutes. And he appears in the doorway, sighing, commenting, slamming the door, muttering about the dishes, telling her the kids need her, calling her lazy, even if it's just even with his eyes. His mouth might stay shut, but he knows. So she gets up again and again. She stays up until 2, 3 in the morning because he's blasting music or the TV loud enough to shake the walls. The kids are trying to sleep. She's trying to sleep, but he doesn't care. There is no consideration, no awareness, and no regard for anyone else in that house. Just noise. Endless, relentless noise. While everyone around him lies awake exhausted, and he acts like he is the only person who exists in that home. Morning comes. The kids need breakfast. The dog needs to go out. Backpacks need to be packed. Lunches need to be made. But he doesn't move. He never moves. She does all of it every single morning, running on 2 hours of broken sleep, trying to hold her family together while she is quietly falling to pieces inside. And here is what nobody sees. A woman living like this starts to unravel. She forgets things. She makes mistakes at work. She cries in the car on the way home. She starts to wonder if she's losing her mind, if she's depressed, if she's just not strong enough. She doesn't realize that her exhaustion is not a weakness. It is a weapon being used against her. Because a woman who cannot think clearly cannot plan. She cannot save money without forgetting. She cannot remember what he said versus what he claims he said. She cannot trust her own memory, and she cannot leave. The truth is she is not falling apart, but she is being taken apart. One sleepless night at a time by someone who knows exactly what he is doing. This is coercive control. There is no bruise to photograph, no incident report to file. Just a woman who used to be sharp, capable, and full of life, now hollowed out by exhaustion and convinced it's her own fault. Healing from this takes more than one good night of sleep. It takes months of safety, consistent support, therapy from someone who understands that what happened to her was not an excuse, it was a strategy. She deserves to feel like herself again, and she will.